Okay, so we can start off with your names. What are your names?
I'm Lizzie Lagace.
And I'm Lauren Lagace.
What is your relationship to me?
I'm your sister.
And I'm your sister-in-law.
Very nice. And you are a married couple.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been married?
The 6th month on the 6th.
Where do you guys work?
I'm a bachelor's level social worker at Clinical and Support Options in Northampton.
And I work as a registered nurse in a group home.
Rock on.
So obviously, because you're married, you guys are out to your families. When did you come out?
You want to go first?
Sure. I think I came out to myself around 18 years old, but I didn't start coming out to other people until I was around 20. I only told 2 people at the time. And I didn't officially come out to everybody until I started dating you when I was 21. It kind of helped me to, officially be out and be like, this is a person that I'm in love with, versus saying I'm gay or I'm a lesbian. I was able to say, this is Lizzie and I love her. It's true though, it made it easier to put a person to who I was.
I gave it a push.
Yeah.
I like the idea of saying when it came out to yourself, because I think for a lot of people, when you come out to yourself, it's often not when you come out to others.
No.
Especially maybe a few years ago when we were.
So you guys know only 14 states in the U.S. have legalized same-sex marriage. So that's like out of 50, that's poopy. But how do you guys feel about that?
As of 2014, it's going to be 17 states.
Well, yeah, because
It was like 16 in 2013, and then this year I think it's Illinois or something.
I think they're not next on the list.
In some ways we're happy because in 2013 the number doubled. It was only like 6 or 7 in 2012. So in progress is progress, but we still have a long way to go, right? In the United States and in other countries. For example, there's over 75, I couldn't find the exact number, countries where being gay is illegal. Not just gay marriage, but being gay in and of itself. And or supporting somebody who's gay, whatever. Russia's new gay propaganda law that's all over the news with Sochi happening.
There's 5 countries in the world that in which homosexuality is punishable by death.
Yes.
What's your reaction to that?
Depressing.
It is very depressing, and I can't imagine how somebody can come to saying, okay, because you're this way, then okay, you can be put to death.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, that makes
That's just saying.
It makes me tear up. I think because I can't. The only thing that's going to change that is for. I don't want to say all, but a majority of people, religious beliefs, for just people to stop thinking that it's a choice. Because once we stop thinking that it's a choice, then these things would be obsolete. Like kill somebody for something they didn't
have a choice. Yeah, exactly. Didn't have a choice.
It's like killing someone for their hair color. So this, I obviously know the answer to this, but I think a lot of people don't get it. They're like, why do you have to be married? Like, why can't you just settle for a domestic partnership or a civil union, which is more common in the United States, where same-sex marriage isn't legal?
I think part of it, even you just use the word settle. Part of it isn't, why do we have to settle for something? Just going back to say that, being gay is a choice. People believe that being gay is a choice, so we should settle for this. But it's not a choice. It's who we are. And, the word marriage, for everybody, in the gay community, the word marriage means equality. Versus saying, okay, well, then you can just go get a civil union or a domestic partnership. You're kind of thought to be like a lesser person because you're not on the same level as a straight person who can go have the whole ceremony and have marriage.
I think asking a gay person why can't you just get a civil union to be happy with that? I would ask a straight couple the same thing. Why do you need to get married? Why can't you just get a civil partnership? The answer they give you, whatever answer that is the same answer. I think you're going to hear from us is that we want to be, we want our family and our love to be legally recognized by not only our state but our country. And without marriage, even with domestic partnerships and civil unions, there's, I don't know the exact number, a couple hundred or more rights that come with being married that you don't get with being in a domestic partnership or a civil union. And we want that, just like not everybody. Some people don't
be
get
equal.
married. Yeah, equality.
The choice. We want that choice to say that. You know,
Yes.
even there's a lot of straight couples that choose to, not get married, you just have a civil union or something. We want that choice to be able to have the rights.
And in Massachusetts, in Mass, you do have that choice.
We keep saying that as soon as one of the southern states on the East Coast grant us marriage equality, we're heading there because we hate the snow. But we love Northampton and we love being able to walk around outside without people looking twice or us holding hands, etc. So we're here until further notice.
So I guess that's actually kind of leading into the next question. What issues do you face as a gay couple or a gay individual in today's society? I know there are a lot, but
There's a lot.
I think you constantly have a feeling that you need to come out to somebody. In a sense, somebody's going to ask about your family, about your relationships, and you have to think like, okay, well, I'm going to say that I'm married, I have a wife. And I think sometimes that's something that even I still struggle with in terms of who do I want to be, who can I tell and trust that, it's not going to ultimately affect their views on me, like, at work, like, is that going to affect their views on me, on my job performance? Are they going to think less of what I can and cannot do because of who I am?
I mean, luckily we live in Massachusetts where gay marriage is legal, and they repealed part of DOMA, which makes it so that the country now also recognizes our state marriage. So that's good, but we still face, and not just us, gay kids, teens, adults, couples, whatever, the bullying, the social stigma that comes with people staring. I have, one time we were walking down the street at UMass Amherst holding hands, and a group of boys drove by in their car, rolled down the window and yelled out, "Dykes." And it's like, nobody should have to worry about that when they're walking down the street with their significant other.
Yeah.
I've been uptown. Newport, Rhode Island, and a woman scolded me for walking into the ladies' bathroom. People stare. When we go to Florida, once you go down south, people, oh my goodness. You can tell they stare.
They're afraid of something that may be different than what they're accustomed to.
Yeah. And a lot of them don't hide the fact that they're, and maybe they're staring for a good reason. We shouldn't assume that always people are being stared at in general. It hurts. Not because we think that people necessarily want to be mean, but just because we know that they consider us outside the norm.
Right.
Because I wouldn't, you don't stare at something unless you think it's, well, I guess you could if you're attracted to it. But you don't stare at something.
Beautiful.
Yes. But most of the time people they do a double take because it's not the norm. And I wish I lived in a society where I was just another person. But it's going to take a while, I think.
Definitely.
So what do you see in your future as a couple, a married couple?
A couple. We see the stereotypical, I think. The American dream. We want to have successful careers. We want to buy a house. We want to have 3 kids.
3.
A fish.
We'll see about that.
We already have a fish.
So we're on our way. Step one, fish.
Honey Boo Boo child.
Honey Boo Boo the fish.
Yes.
And I think, like anyone else, we just want to be happy,
Exactly.
regardless.
Great. So what do you hope to see in the future for gay rights, for the movement?
I hope for a day when the term, well, I guess I'll say this and I'll backtrack a little bit. When the term gay rights is obsolete. Not that we won't, because there'll be history books and hopefully someday we'll look back and that'll be the next civil rights movement. So it's going to come up, but I hope for a day when we don't refer to it in that way anymore. That I have a gay marriage, I don't just have a marriage.
Right.
It's like I have a gay relationship. It's not just a relationship.
Right.
When you see, like, when you talk about a straight couple, and they say, oh, they're in a straight relationship. Nobody says that.
No.
Like, I don't. There's a silly joke a comedian once said. It's like, I didn't have a gay lunch today. I didn't gay park my car. So why is it gay marriage? Now that's what I hope. That someday we're able to just be, and it's nobody thinks twice about it.
And of course, we always hope that, we progress and we have more equal rights with everybody else. That
Progress
other
march
states,
on. Quote Michael Moore.
other states, other countries, are able to progress and move forward and see that we are all truly equal as a human being and that we all deserve to have those equal rights.
Basic rights.
So I hope that, our children or grandchildren are able to see that more than we have today. I just think about how far we've come just in, the 24 years of my life, like how far we've come, so.
Definitely.